আসসালামু আলাইকুম। উপস্থিত আমাদের মাননীয় মন্ত্রীবর্গ, উপস্থিত সংসদ সদস্য, আপনাদের সকলকে শুভ নববর্ষ। যেহেতু আমাদের মাঝে এটা আমাদের বিপিও সামিটের টার্গেট হচ্ছে বিশ্বের সামনে আমাদের বিপিও ইন্ডাস্ট্রিকে তুলে ধরা, আর আমাদের মাঝে বিপিও সামিটে এসেছেন উপস্থিত আমাদের বিভিন্ন দেশ থেকে বক্তা এবং সদস্য। আমি আমার বক্তব্য আজকে ইংরেজিতেই দেব। I would like to welcome all the distinguished guests, leaders, cabinet members, academics, specialists, and entrepreneurs who have joined us here today for our third BPO summit from all over the world. Welcome to Bangladesh. It gives me immense pleasure to be present here on this third BPO summit. This summit follows on the resounding success of our two previous BPO summits in 2015 and 2016. If you will look at the timeline and the presentations that you have seen, the Association of Call Center Operators, BACO, who are the main organizers of this event, this association did not even exist until 2011. The BPO industry did not exist 10 years ago in Bangladesh. In fact, there really was not an IT sector to speak of at all in Bangladesh. I tell you that just to give you again an idea, a reminder of how far we have come in how short of a time. You have heard here today that in 2009, the BPO sector, the outsourcing sector, employed just 300 people. Today, it employs over 40,000. And they are on track, and our target is that by 2021, the BPO sector will employ over 100,000 employees. Our IT sector, whose exports 10 years ago were just $25 million a year. They are well on their way to earning over $1 billion a year. The outsourcing industry, the BPO industry itself, BACO alone, earns over $300 million a year today in foreign exchange. In this past decade, Bangladesh, we have proven our global competence in the IT sector. We have received award after award for technological innovations in governance, for sustainable growth, and many other technical government awards. Today, Bangladesh has become a global leader in technological development for the developing world. We are asked and approached by many developing countries from Asia, from Africa, for assistance and technological help in helping them achieve a digital transformation. Even this slogan of ours, Digital Bangladesh, we were the first country in the world to use the word digital with our country's name to establish a vision. And I'm quite proud to say that since then, many other developing and developed countries have followed our example, have copied from us. I'm sure you have all heard of Digital Britain and Digital India. Bangladesh started this with Digital Bangladesh. Working with the telecom industry, some of whose representatives are here, we have worked hard with our telecom regulator to bring down the cost through regulatory framework. 10 years ago, there was no broadband available in Bangladesh. And for this industry, the BPO industry to exist, you needed two things: reliable electricity and broadband internet. Neither of these two things were available. We had an almost 30 to 40% electricity shortage. You would have power outages for 8 hours a day. Broadband wasn't available. The best we had was 2G internet. Our Awami League government, not only did we bring down the cost of the internet, and today we have 100% supply of electricity. That means electricity supply matches demand for the first time in Bangladesh's history. That is why our IT industry, besides developing infrastructure, besides bringing down costs, besides improving the regulatory framework, we have focused on training. For the past 5 years, our IT ministry has been providing IT training at various levels. We started with vocational training, training in programming, training in apps and games, training for the call center industry, IT training just for women. And we did not provide the IT training just in the cities. We set up training centers all around the countries to provide IT training to students and to the youth throughout the country, down to the village level. Our target, 100,000 youth every year, that is the current target of the IT industry, to provide IT training to 100,000 youth every year. That is a huge number. But we have already done 30,000 a year. We are now stepping it up to 100,000. So for all those youth that are coming into the workforce, they can obtain vocational training from the Ministry of IT and ICT, and then join the labor pool of the IT industry. Thousands of IT companies have sprung up. BPO is hiring. The software industry basis is hiring. And beyond that, we have now created the ecosystem for these youth to become IT entrepreneurs on their own. They don't need a job from anyone. All they need is a laptop and an internet connection, and they can work from anywhere in the country to provide IT services over the internet. In fact, Bangladesh today is the #1 destination for internet freelancers in the world. #1. You heard from our Honorable IT Minister that we have now taken the initiative to expand IT education, not just from the secondary level, but we are going to start at the primary level. We are going to teach young students, children, they are children after all. We are going to train them, make them comfortable with computers and programming right from the primary education level, so that to them, to the youth coming into our generation, into our future generations, a computer will not be a mystery. It will not be something to be afraid of. They will be very familiar with it. It will be second nature to them. To return to the theme of this BPO summit, which is creative economy, I believe this BPO summit will help us all gather knowledge about the outsourcing industry in Bangladesh. Our outsourcing industry has grown tremendously, mostly with providing support just to the local industry alone, just the local private sector alone, both the government and the private sector. Just in the past few months, I personally have launched our 999-999 emergency hotline service, which was implemented by the Home Ministry in partnership, in a public-private partnership model with BPO. Yes, 3 days ago, I launched our 333-333 information phone service for non-emergency calls, again, in partnership with the private sector on a public-private partnership model. So both the government sector plus the growth of outsourcing from our financial sector, from our telecommunications sector, has given tremendous expertise to the BPO industry. I now urge the BPO industry to look outside, aim for more foreign outsourcing. You've heard about the global outsourcing industry, which is now a $500 billion industry. Today we have a $300 million portion of it, $700 million if you count the freelancers and our other IT association bases. We are well on our way to exceeding $1 billion by 2021. But I would urge you to aim higher. I would urge you to exceed the earnings from our RMG sector. Bangladesh, we are known today as the best garments makers in the world. I want Bangladesh to be known tomorrow as the IT hub of the world. Our vision, our Awami League government believes in looking forward. However, in order to move forward, you have to remember where you came from. Because if you forget that, you will make the mistakes of the past. And we are determined not to do that, not to let that happen to our country. We had a vision to make Bangladesh a middle-income developing country by the year 2021. But our Awami League government is never happy working at a regular pace. We like to achieve targets ahead of schedule as quickly as possible. We are never satisfied. And that is why today, Bangladesh is already a middle-income country, already a developing country, years ahead of even what we had promised you. And so now, we are looking beyond, because we are never happy with what we have achieved. We always, the Awami League, always believes in achieving more and more. In that respect, we are very greedy. We want more and more for Bangladesh, always. We are never satisfied with enough. That is our Awami League's belief. That is our character. And so, with that in mind, we are now already focused on making Bangladesh a developed country. Our target is the year 2041. And as long as the Awami League is there, I can assure you, Bangladesh will become a developed country ahead of the year 2041. With that, I would like to wish the best of luck to BPO Summit 2018. And I would like to conclude my speech here. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu.